Copter's server of Joyous Win.
Hello.
And yeah, today we're on Kong King, or Koth King, as some might know it. Interesting map. I think this came out as part of the, what, Sleeping Dogs game, where with the hats and everything?
Yes, indeed. And, I mean, in terms of a map visually, it's pretty much the only map that kind of doesn't fit with TF2. I personally really like the visuals of the map, and it's not too badly designed, but yeah, it definitely looks a little bit out of place in TF2 in general.
Yeah, I'll give you that. The thing with the artwork, though, is it's a great way of showpiecing, the Source engine, though. I mean, look what it can do. I mean, this looks pretty damn good for any game, But anyway, I think for a TF2 game, a bit odd, but we have Egypt, so there's worse in terms of not fitting in with standard. Well, today is a Koth game, King of the Hill. This is pretty much get your ass in there and get on with it kind of game mode. Standing at the back and being sniper ain't gonna fix everything.
Yeah, I mean, as with most Koth games as well, I tend to find that this map in particular is kind of a hotbed for rocket jumping soldiers. I mean, it's so easy, just the midpoint, you've got the little roof above the midpoint. It's so easy just to, rocket jump up there, and you basically shut down the enemy team. If you can get two good soldiers up there, it's very, very difficult to get in.
Yeah, to be fair, this is a hard map for me to analyse. I've seldom ever played this. That's the thing. The problem with this map is you never find servers that run it because people just don't seem to like it. I mean, the first thing actually I do know with this map is I'm seeing a lot of teams and they're not trying to flank. They're actually, a lot of what they're doing, they're going straight for the point, which is admirable, but you need to do the flanky stuff.
Yeah, especially with a map like this that has so many options for flanking, especially when you compare it to something like, Harvest or Lakeside, which, do have sort of sideway routes and stuff like that, but nothing nothing compared to this, where you've got two different height levels and a good 3 different options of getting into the point from spawn. It's quite a diverse map, really. Yeah,
no, that's the thing. I mean, the problem is right now being blue team doing red team doing an admirable job here. They've got the thing where they need to. Actually, Sentry's gone down amazingly. How did that happen? This is what happens when you don't watch the entire map all at once. But yeah, okay, for the time being though, red have still got this. I mean, I'm not sure what's happening in blue here. We might need to see a scramble come up, I don't know. Or maybe, there'll be natural progression.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
Yeah, it is looking, I mean, yeah, red have pretty much dominated this for the entire time, and what we've managing to get sentries up here and there, and like I said, yeah, they've had soldiers on the roof pretty much, at least 50% of the game, and it's just very, very difficult to try and attack a soldier on the roof when they've got such a far line of sight.
Yeah, actually, looking around this particular area, it is quite dangerous. Although, to be fair, if you can get around the backs of them, get a sniper in somewhere, yeah, that'll really take them down quick. But this is the thing, I'm not seeing much on the flank play at the moment. I mean, that nice little underpass thing, you can get right around that sentry underneath. You can actually get underneath the soldier. That'll work.
Yeah, that little underside area is absolutely fantastic for demo men because, it's very hard for anybody to attack them, but if they can arc their grenades out there, then it's a very, very good place to be attacking from. Okay. And speaking of attacking, it's a very vague attempt by blue, but yeah. Looks like red are going to have it. There we go.
Yep. And auto-scrambling the teams. The server has heard your pleas and has relented. Teams have been swapped around a little bit. I think basically the server got kind of tired of seeing red team pin blue against the wall and repeatedly punching it in the groin. So, hopefully we're going to see a bit more of an equal game now.
Hopefully, although that said, just pressing tab and looking at red, they've definitely got their priorities put into one particular class, and like I said, that class does work pretty well on this map.
Yep, I'll say that nice big area there, that nice raised area. But the thing is, though, also nice side jumping around here. Actually, you can get moving around the map. But minis should be able to help take care of them. Also, they missed my dirty gash there. Not bad actually. Playing aggro heavy, just generally annoying red team. And it looks like blue are going for driving seat day.
Although saying that, Red are putting up a much better defence. It does seem that that scramble definitely helped in some regard, although I think Blue may well at least have a point for the time being. Just looking at it now, I think Blue are going to have it for now.
Yep, okay. Now, the thing I find with Koth games is, personally, I found a little bit of a bore fest on the basis that usually one team moves in, then the other team moves in, then the other team moves in. But there is some drama to it.
Yeah, I think this is a very much a sort of... Koth in particular is one where positioning is really, really important. You know, it's not so much about class choices because they're quite enclosed, so you don't need to worry so much about speed or anything. It's really just being in the right place and knowing where the best spots are, which again, like I said, that rooftop for soldiers and any sort of explosive jumping players, that is just a perfect place to be. And really, you know, what if people like to play heavy and stuff like that, what they should be doing is kind of sort of going the opposite route and going for kind of a scouting option and basically just doddering around here, there and everywhere trying to pick off odd players.
Yeah, actually that's the thing I'm seeing. We're seeing a couple of heavies go around. I mean, I saw Kaya, you guys watching it in my camera, just approach from behind and just attacking people from that way. That's the thing. The thing with this map, I much prefer over Harvest. There are flank routes, and there are definite blocks of sight here and there. And it's great, because if you can actually get your team into the enemy spawn, still good old-fashioned spawn camping, you can really hurt their chance of getting to the point. Whereas in the other one, if you took the point, it was just naturally going to spawn camp there straight away, because it was just too easy to do. But looking at this though, Blue's winning this, but Red might have just get on the point, but looks like Blue is still stubbornly there.
Yeah, it does seem that this map is actually quite ideal for spawn camping. I mean, it's not something I've ever really seen before on this map, but I don't know, both times around we have seen a little bit of it going on, so I don't know, it could just be how the teams have sort of stacked themselves out, but I would say that it is, for the time being, a little bit more balanced than it was, though.
Yeah, no. Ooh, Chen wrong there. Nice stab on that medic, but taken down by the mini there. Thing is, though, okay, who's bringing it back? It's Utus. Okay, good contribution. Now what happened there? I mean, he's got barely any help coming on there. Red team kind of need to move in. Okay, it's moving in. It's looking good. Oh my god, there, just over there, those two spies taking down Herman the One-Eyed German. Just didn't see two spies just double teaming him. But yeah, the other thing I do think of the game as well is that there's a lot of, you're gonna have to actually get in there at some points. This does require sometimes sort of face-first assaults.
Yeah, this isn't the kind of place where you can just stick an NG out the back and hope you're going to win. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, Red are making an attempt on it. I don't know, it looks like they may have it, but with that amount of time to spare, Blue literally just have to cap it. And
yeah,
Blue with a definite advantage.
Okay, they mustn't lose the point. As soon as they lose the point, it's game over. So Red have basically put all the money in roulette terms on 0 and decided, yeah, this is going to win. I know technically that if you put everything on 0, you only get half back, but you know what I mean. You don't get any like doubles or columns or square. I know too much about roulette. And look at this, ×3, ×4. Oh god, look at that. Like, Red, like, we can win that. No. Okay, round 3. Having to say, we've been seeing rollover versus counter rollover here. I'm not sure what's going on with the teams at the moment.
I think the thing is, like I said, a lot of it comes down to positioning, and you kind of need to, on a Koth game, you kind of need to just force yourself onto the point as soon as you can, and if you can cap it, once that point is capped, you can kind of take the fight to other places. But if you're trying to attack the point, you've literally got one spot that you need to try and get to, whereas whoever's in control of it can wander off anywhere and just keep a couple of defending guys here and there.
Well, look at this though. Red are immediately on that. They've learnt their lesson, which is get the big round thing in the middle, because that means we win. But yeah, no, I'm liking this. Red have decided, we need this done. Right, and it's 2 minutes 50 is looking good so far. But this is the thing, I do think there's a genuine thing in games where speed isn't speed isn't so much what the class you're playing, it's kind of a mentality. It's also how you get through the map and what kind of things you use. I mean, some people, they'll move up and then they stop to have a look around. It's like, no, just keep going. Just keep going sometimes. Yeah, if you're going to play Scout, you're going to be running into all kinds of trouble.
Yeah, I mean, as it is now as well, you know, Red are in a really, really good position to, you know, push Blue right back to their spawn. But, you know, it doesn't seem like they're doing that. Certainly not as hard as Blue did last time round. You know, they've got a really good defensive presence on the point, but if they don't try and, you know, halt Blue before they get to the point, then it's inevitably going to go. And, you know, it does look like they might actually be able to take it back now.
Yeah, here comes Blue. Pushing in quite hard here. Oh, look at that. Times 8. Yeah, they're giving this back. Okay, so they've lost a minute on the clock there. They're a little bit, you know, in Red's favour. But I have faith in this Blue team. They're not playing badly at all.
Yeah, I'd be very unsurprised to see, you know, at the very least, I expect Blue can easily equalise this so that they're both at 2 minutes cap time.
There we go. Oh, Daddy Chasm doesn't make it to the spawn door. And there's Womi with crits. Oh dear God. The good old Flodge Cannon. I love the Flodges Detonator. It's just like, you know what, I need to burn everything ever. Anyway, back to the point. Well, look at Blue large in charge here. I mean, they're only 20 points out, and I think they're going to overtake. I'm trying to think really of a master strategy for this map, and to be honest, I can't think of any. The problem is like Harvest. It comes down to a lot of getting in there, getting in the right spots. I mean, you know, the other thing is we don't see much engineer play on Koth maps, so it's simply a bit small. I mean, actually, if an engineer built a nice teleporter somewhere, yeah, that might make the difference.
Yeah, actually, that's one of the important things, really, of these underside areas. They're really good spots for engineers, purely because people kind of don't often go for them because, you know, it's a little bit indirect, and, you know, if no one's there, there's no point being there because you're not going to pick a fight down there anyway. And, you know, if you can get a little engineer set up in there, that works nicely. And then, I mean, minis are sort of the perfect thing for Koth maps. But saying that, I'm not sure who it is, but there's a full fat sentry as well. Oh
yeah, no, Error the Nerd there, yeah. I mean, he's been keeping an eye on that middle point for a while now, and he's fortifying it up, which, you know, kudos, he's doing the right thing. But I agree with you on the underside stuff. Actually, that is heavy territory right under there. You get heavy coming up underneath, suddenly from nowhere. I mean, that's the thing. The first thing you don't want to see round a corner is a heavy, let alone, you know, coming up from underneath, you know, rising from submerging kind of thing. Unfortunately, though, this is looking like Red started off strong, but they've just fallen back so hard. Oh wow, Davey there just simply stabbed the medic in the face. Like, yeah, I ain't gonna be great kill here. I'm gonna just stab.
Mission ends in 30 seconds. Alert.
Oh, okay, already coming back. Bumble does not see the does not see the guys behind him. He is dedicated to, you know, pushing out enemy team.
Yeah, this is a tricky one. I mean, I think really what it has been is Red have basically, you know, just scattered themselves a little bit too much, and Blue have really known where to be at the right time, and yeah, they've won it.
There we go. Another auto scramble. Yes, Lord Scrambler is displeased with team performance.